News Channel 7. Time for 7 First Alert weather.
First of all, I'm just checking the temperature as well as the humidity, and the humidity is starting to go up. You can see we're at 75% at the present time, and the winds are somewhat light. And of course, I'll check that again tonight at 10 o'clock. Fog is expected about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning on your morning commute. So with that, you might want to check with our morning show, and of course, we'll talk about what's taking place there at the present time with the fog. And then tomorrow night it rebuilds again into the evening, as likely is going to be all night long with the fog as we get into Saturday morning. So 34 degrees happens to be our present temperature. Right now we've got a little moisture moving in. I showed you this map a little while ago. And as you look at the gray area right along through here, it's an air stagnation advisory until 3 o'clock Saturday. That's a little optimistic. This is likely going to be our press even into next week with the air stagnation advisory. And already I've been showing you this map, how we've got the colder temperatures in blue here for southern Idaho. But if you move out here to the west, you've got temperatures in the 50s. Seattle had 54 degrees for the high. And if you go to Billings, 51. They had 53 yesterday, 51 degrees for Casper. So we have warm air that happens to be all around us, but we have the cold air that's trapped here in the valley. So Twin Falls at 35 degrees, Burley, at 35 degrees tomorrow. Lows tonight will be dropping off into the 20s. A chance of some fog also for some areas there for tomorrow morning, and especially up around Stanley. The low temperature is going to be down to 11. Tomorrow's high in Sun Valley at 40 degrees, much warmer than spots in the Magic Valley, and it rivals what we have for some areas here in the Boise Valley. Now McCall is pretty close too. They had a high today of 43. Which was warmer than the 40 in Boise. For 37 is the current temperature, 38 in Donnelly, and Cascade with 38 degrees. Garden Valley had the high temperature today of 40 degrees, and that 40 was above Ontario's 37. Caldwell's 35, Napa 36. That's our forecast for tomorrow. That is 40 in Garden Valley, and then you can see the 30s for the rest of the valley. 40 degrees for Eagle. Boise will be up to 40 degrees, and the low temperature tonight will be down to 29 degrees. Let's take a look at 3 different 7-day forecasts. First here for the valley, some fog forming early tomorrow morning. I'd say about 5 to 6 o'clock. And then you can see the temperatures at 40. Saturday, we still may have about 40 degrees. After that, the temperature will drop a bit as fog starts to take its toll. As we get into next week, we'll see a little more morning fog. Temperatures down in the 20s. Highs will be getting into the 30s. As you look at the 7-day forecast for the Magic Valley, you have pretty much the same thing. Fog, temperatures down to 19, 16 degrees for next Monday morning, and highs into the 30s. If you're going up to the mountains, now this is fog in the mountains. You might even see some light snow, but not accumulation. Temperature will be up to 34. Saturday is pretty much dry, so if you're skiing for Saturday or Sunday, look for temperatures, especially up in some of those higher areas, actually not to be colder. They're going to be up into the mid to the upper 30s or so. And then toward the end of next week, a little snow starts to develop in the mountains. Let's hope it can penetrate the valley a little bit more. And toward the end of next week, that would say goodbye to the inversion, but we have to get closer to really say if that's exact or not.
Yeah. All right, Rick, thank you.